What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're liking the new change of scenery here. I decided that I would try out a different spot in my house to see how it looked for the videos. I think it looks pretty good. It kind of matches that like fall vibe that everyone's got going on right now. And we have some nice green plants back here, which I'm actually surprised that they're still alive. But anyways, that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is going to be what is in my camera bag. Because I've realized that I haven't actually posted an updated gear video since I first got my GH5 like 10 months ago or something. So I decided that it was definitely time for a new video just to show you guys what I've got in my camera bag and what I usually take to shoots with me. Before I get into this, I just wanted to let you guys know that every single piece of gear that I've bought has a specific purpose. And when I bought it, I put a lot of thought into it and made sure that I actually needed it and that I would get a good return of investment out of the money that I spent. And all I mean by that is I didn't just go on Amazon and be like, oh, that looks dope, and then buy that and not really use it but not get the value out of it that I paid for, if you know what I mean. So that's definitely something to think about before you buy anything. Just think if you're really gonna need it and how much value that you're actually gonna get out of that. Now that I got all that out of the way, let's dive right into it. All right, so first of all, we're gonna talk about the bag that everything goes in, which is the Lowepro Pro Tactic 450 AW. This is a beast bag. It's built like a tank. I actually dropped it off of like a little golf cart type of thing onto the road and it just scuffed up the top here. But otherwise, everything inside was kept perfectly safe, so that's awesome. It's got kind of like a tougher front, and then the top here is also like a hard shell, so it's really rugged. This is what I keep everything in. Now, if we open up the bag, we'll see what's inside. All right, so obviously we keep a screwdriver in our camera bag because we need to make sure that if we need to remove quick release plates, we can do that. And just it definitely comes in handy. Just keep a screwdriver in your camera bag. Then in this pouch over here, I have my Zoom H4n recorder. So this is always in my camera bag so that I can gather audio. If I need sound effects, I can just record things like sound of water or footsteps or just ambient city noises, or whatever you need. This is in there. I also use this for weddings. I plug it into the DJ's sound booth so that I can get good, clear audio for like speeches or even like the officiants when they're up giving the vows during the ceremony. So this is definitely handy. Would recommend buying one of these. I also have a Tascam DR10L. Now I have two of these. One of them is actually recording the audio right now. These I use for weddings and interviews. I'll mic up the groom and the officiant with these. So these are definitely awesome. I also recommend getting these. They're super high quality mics and they're tiny. They just fit in your pocket and this just clips under your shirt here. Super concealed. Definitely a good mic. Over here I have a little pouch that holds a little like gray card type thing. Such a satisfying noise. So this is just helpful for exposure, checking your white balance, things like that. So I keep that in my camera bag. Next up, I actually have this little bag here. This actually came with the backpack, which is awesome. In here, I just have tools. I have my handle for my small rig cage, screws for that, and like little Allen key wrenches like this. Those definitely come in handy. So I keep everything in here, all my tools, my lens caps, just stuff like that so it's out of the way. That just slots in right here. And in the same pouch, I have 2 extra batteries. So I always keep these charged in my bag just in case I need more batteries. And the way I do it is if they're charged, the label faces up. If they need to be charged, I flip them around so that the label faces down. So I know that these guys are charged and ready to go. All right, lenses. So over here, we have the Tokina 11 to 20 millimeter lens. This guy I use for landscapes and real estate stuff. He's mainly used for real estate videos. Other than that, I don't really use it too much. I use the Sigma most often. That's actually what is being used to shoot this right now. So this just goes in right over here. Over here, I have my Rokinon 85 millimeter lens. I love this lens. It's super small, super lightweight. It goes all the way down to f1.4. You can definitely blur out your background with this and get some really awesome shallow depth of field. It's a fully manual lens, so you can't control the aperture off of your camera. It has a declicked aperture ring on the back here. You use that. I actually have a video about this lens up on my channel. I'll leave that linked up here for you guys. And then over here we have my little vintage Olympus 50mm lens. This lens is awesome. I think I spent like 40 bucks on this, and it's an f1.8 50mm lens. It has such a beautiful image, very, very like soft and creamy, very vintage looking. Definitely would recommend this lens. I actually prefer it over the nifty 50 Canon lens that I had before I got this one. I sold that and picked this up. So I really like this lens. It's also fully manual, it has an aperture ring on it as well. So there's no controlling your aperture or anything like that from your camera. You have to do it all on the lens. Now in the middle here, I have my Aperture Amaran M9 Lite. This guy's tiny. It's like the size of a credit card, a little bit thicker, and I keep this in my bag just in case I need to add some light to something. So it can get like super, super bright. This just gives some good accent light to, you know, whatever you want to light up. You can use it as like a hair light or something like that. But this always stays in my bag, and it definitely comes in handy. So that just slots in right there, as well as the ND filter that I use, which is actually on my camera right now. That just goes in this little case here, and I slot it in right here with the light. And then we have this beast right here. This is the ISCO anamorphic adapter. It's a 2x anamorphic lens. I adapt this onto the front of my camera. I'm definitely gonna be making a video on this, probably the next video that I post on this channel. So look out for that next week. But this is an awesome lens. It's really fun to use. It's huge, so it's really annoying to shoot with, but the images you get out of it are pretty sweet. I'll be making a video on this, so keep an eye out for that. And then up here we have a few pouches that hold like batteries for all my audio recorders and whatnot. This one had lens wipes in it, but I used up all of those. And then this big pouch down here just holds a bunch of cables and things like that. So this backpack really can hold pretty much anything you want it to. That is it for all my gear for this year. I still have a few more things that I'm adding to my kit, but those are on the way still, so I will keep you guys updated with those when they arrive. And the other thing that goes in my bag is the GH5 that I'm currently shooting on and the Sigma 18-35 lens. I've had this camera for over a year now, and it's an absolute beast. As I've gotten better at filmmaking through this year, I still have not been able to outpace this camera in terms of what it can do. It's just a fantastic camera, an absolute beast for whatever you need it to do. If you guys are on the fence on whether or not you should get a GH5, I can definitely recommend it to you. It is my absolute favorite camera right now. Well, that's all the gear that I have. As you can see, I've actually accumulated quite a few things over the last couple months. Like I said before, they all serve a purpose and I use them a lot. Everything in my bag is there for a reason and gets used pretty much every time I'm out on a shoot, really. So leave a like if you guys liked this video, dislike if you did not, and let me know what you guys would like to see in a future video. That's it for me today, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.